guys, thanks for stopping by. This interview that you're about to watch is with actress Melissa Navia, who plays Lieutenant Erica Ortegas in Paramount's Strange New Worlds, the new Trek show that everyone truly loves. This interview goes a little deep on the Trek geekiness, right? We're going to talk about some of her favorite characters. Won't reveal too much. I want you to enjoy the show, but it does touch up on where this character's from. I think you're going to dig this information. All right, guys. So after this interview, we'll talk a little more.
Well, first of all, congratulations, Melissa, on the success of Strange New Worlds. Quick question for you. What was your first experience in Star Trek?
The Next Generation. That's what I watched growing up. And that was, for me, that's what I thought Star Trek was. I didn't realize, I think, as a child that there was so much Star Trek. And I always say that the theme song to The Next Generation was always my favorite. Like, to this day, if it's on, I cannot not watch the whole thing. It's just, I mean, it's tear-inducing. Up until when Strange New Worlds theme song premiered, now that is my favorite.
Okay, that's good. All right, so before Strange New Worlds, which character in Star Trek was your favorite?
Sure. So I've said this a bunch, but it was I think it was Commander Riker, who I had a little bit of a crush on. And in season 1, we were supposed to excuse me, I lost my voice over the weekend, so it's coming back, so I apologize. But in season 1, we were supposed to actually, Jonathan Frakes, who plays Riker, was supposed to direct one of our episodes. But thanks to COVID and all sorts of filming issues and conflicts with Picard, we didn't get a chance to. And he finally, one of the few things I can reveal about season 2 is that he directs one of our episodes, season 2. And for me, it was having Jonathan Frakes on set on the bridge of the Enterprise. You know, his voice is incredible. It's Commander Riker essentially talking to you. And then also filming Star Trek, it's just, you know, very surreal. But yeah, Commander Riker. And the funny thing too is when I was filming season 1, you know, people kept saying, and my partner kept saying as well, he kept saying, you know, that Ortegas is in many ways the Riker of the crew. And I got to actually tell that to Frakes, and he was just like, I wasn't going to say it, but there you go, you're right. So it's been wild that kind of that bit of my childhood is now a huge part of my adult career.
That's fantastic. What can you tell me about where Ortegas is headed in season 2?
Sure. So we can say very little, but I'll say this. You know, I don't know if you saw yet the clip from season 2. We were allowed to, well, we unveiled rather one clip from season 2 on Star Trek Day, and I found out, I think, like the night before, that it was going to be a clip of Ortegas doing what she does, and the producers, the showrunners, said that one of the big pieces of feedback we got from season 1 was that fans wanted more Ortegas, and so that's what they were getting. They were getting that clip, and I was just like, that's awesome, because that's the highest compliment you can get, you know, as an actor who plays this character that people want to see more of. So we see her in many ways doing exactly what she was doing in season 1, which she did so well, which is that she's a helmsman, you know, through and through. Her number one priority is to fly the Enterprise, you know, to each of its missions and to get it back and everyone on board safely and in one piece. And I think that's one of the reasons that Ortegas like resonates and resonated so much with fans in season 1, because even though we didn't see as much of her, let's say, as we saw of Uhura or Pike or Spock, you know, who are all legacy characters, you know, she led so much with kind of confidence, you know, that we could tell, you know, regardless of how much screen time she had, you know, that she's a character who knows what she does, and she knows she does it well, and there's a whole life underneath, you know, what we're seeing in each of her scenes. And so we see her doing that in season 2 rather. But we also get to see a lot more. So one of the things that I don't even remember now how much we touched on it in season 1, if at all, but is that she has a background as a soldier. And that was told to me by the showrunners. And so I kind of incorporated that into how I created her. And so we get to see more of her background as a soldier in season 2. Whether that's in how she what we actually see her do in episodes, or in what she talks about with characters, you know, we're going to see when the episodes play out. We did see, of course, some of her sword fighting in season 1, but that was, of course, as her character Sir Adia. but we're going to see a lot more of that, and we're also just going to see more of what we've come to love so much about her, and we're going to see a lot more of her interplay with other characters on the Enterprise.
Fantastic. Okay, so I know that you have Colombian heritage,
Yes.
but where's Ortega's from?
Colombian Heritage as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
but they haven't described that on the show yet, though, right?
no, but showrunners. So one of the great things that the writers did, and I think it's because they're so clever, they really allowed us as actors to influence who the characters are, and that's even with characters like Chapel and Dr. Mabenga, who who are legacy characters, but yet they allowed the actors to really infuse parts of themselves into those characters. And it was the same with Ortegas. They asked me, Akiva and Henry, our showrunners, they asked me when we were first meeting, they were just like, who do you see her being? And I said, so much of my Colombian background is within me and within everything I do, and it's a testament to my parents and to my family and to my sisters, and just kind of how my Colombian background has shaped who I've become, and I'm so close to it. I said that's what I see for Ortega. So unless anything drastic changes in the writing, that's how I've been envisioning her. And they asked me, and so I was just like, yeah, I'm like, I already thinking of if she were to go back and see her family, like where do they live, what do they do, and so those are all things that we didn't see in season 1, but that definitely were part of what I was thinking and envisioning as I was creating this character who you now see before you. So in my mind, she's absolutely her background is Colombian.
Fantastic. All right, I know we're running down to our last minute, so this is a speed round. This is a quick one. Okay, who do you prefer, the original Captain Kirk or Jean-Luc Picard?
Oh my goodness, I would have to say Jean-Luc Picard.
Okay, next one. Who scares you more, Tribbles or the Borg?
The Borg. I love Tribbles.
Okay, who's a better number 1? This one might get you into trouble. Riker or New World's Una?
Oh my goodness, they're wonderful, and they both love each other. And Frakes will understand. I have to say Una. I have to say Rebecca Romaine.
Okay. How long does it take to get Anson's hair ready? Is less than 10 minutes, more than 10 minutes?
I'm going to say more than 10 minutes, but it is all real. It is all his, and his hair is even more magnificent in person.
It looks wonderful. Okay. Who will win in a space battle, Discovery or the Enterprise?
Oh my goodness, I love everyone on Discovery, but I have to stick with my crew. I'd say an Enterprise.
All righty. And then if you could pick food for lunch today, Cuban or Mexican?
If I could pick food for lunch today, they're both wonderful. I actually have pan de bonos and empanadas ready to go right now, which are Colombian. But I would say Mexican, but I love Cuban food as well.
All righty. As a collector, I don't know if you could see in the background, I collect a lot of stuff. I'm looking forward to seeing an action figure of you. So congratulations. Thank you so much. When do we know exactly when season 2 is going to be debuting?
We do not. All we got on Star Trek Day was that little clip of Ortegas and crew. But hopefully we'll find out soon. I know Picard is debuting in February. So that's all I know so far.
I'm a fan of the show. I'm a fan of you. Congratulations. Okay. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you, everyone.
Until next time. Thank you.
All right, guys, there was the interview with Melissa Navia, Lieutenant Erica Ortegas herself. I hope you guys liked this interview. In the future, we'll continue to be doing more interviews with different actors. I am going to be catering a little bit, to the genre that we love, horror, sci-fi, comic book. A big shout out to Kelvin from Splash Report for having me cover this interview for him. All right, guys, please, if you did enjoy the show, like, comment, and subscribe. And if you didn't like the show, still like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm sure you'll find another interview in the future that you'll enjoy. All right, guys, thanks.